んとのんびりお話しして一緒にいるのはすごく楽しいんです。
Archive, どうやって I think YouTube should save the archives, so. Oh. Test, K, can you hear me? And is it too loud? There's any idol that you want to see produced, then let me know, because I should have a card for every single one.
プロデューサーさんと一緒なら
North America.
どこまでも頑張れそうです。
I figure everybody's gonna start playing it now, so I've been playing it since it's been released, basically, so through the VPN, and it's a pretty difficult game. So I wanted to do the stream so that for all the people just starting, they can get to learn the basics, because there are a lot of things going on in this game. It's similar to the console IMAX games, but at the same time, there are a lot of different things. So I'm just gonna do this stream today.
ハトさんとのんびりお話しして一緒にいるのはすごくプロデューサーさん。
I don't know what's going on here. Let me refresh it. Yeah, basically to
プロデューサーさんと一緒なら
help everybody.
どこまでも頑張れそうです。
So Shinymas, basically, it's the game is it's a browser game. I should have linked all that, but I restarted streaming, so I didn't do that. But it's a browser game. You can think of it as a hybrid between the console Master games and the mobile ones. The core gameplay itself, most of it is like the console ones, where you're actually producing an idol. There's no more rhythm game or anything like that. You can use to Thursday or Melissa. There's basically two modes to the game. It's these two big buttons right here. This one's the produce mode, and the other one's the fast mode. The fast
プロデュー
mode
サー様に
is the actual battles of the game.
プロデューサーさん
Because we're going way back.
見守っていてくれますか？
We have battling again. And so for that part of the game, they recently just released it's called the Grade Fest, where you actually, it's the PvP mode. I don't think it's real-time mode, but you do get to face off with other producers and outrank each other for the rewards. I don't really know what all the rewards are, but I do know that's how you get the Hasenkeys cards, which are basically we're thinking of Grand Blue, then Sunlight Stones or Dama Bars. I don't know what the FGO equivalent is, but you can basically use it to uncap your idols. So yes, this is a gacha game. You get cards. Just quickly explaining the card system. It's a little different than most mobile games in that there are two types of cards you can get. You can get either the producer cards or you can get the support cards. And both of them can be SR and SSR, so that's the kind of confusing part. Because I'm streaming and to commemorate the English release, I'll just go ahead and see what I can do. That way I can actually show you. Since I already have the SSR outside here, I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother with this. I'll just do the generic one. And yeah, I have a ton of gems because this game gives you a ton of gems. Unlike those other mobile games. Oh, the music too loud. Change the audio. Okay, I'm gonna lower the audio on the music and the mic. So is that better? So this is an example of an SR card. An S card. What's it? SR? S card. It's a support card. Support cards are cards that they're the foundation of like your deck in produce mode. Whereas your produce cards, I just got one right here. These are the cards that you actually use to produce one-on-one in the produce mode. So it's good to have both. I think for beginners, support cards are probably more important. Good support cards are probably more important. That way you can actually level up your producer cards decently. Fury. And they all SR produce cards and up come with their own unique outfits, both casual and idolized. Oh shoot. Wow, this is my third one. This is my third Amana. And this is the nice thing about SSR P cards. They come with their own little animations too. I have two of these, so this is my third one now. But Amana's really good, and I can use dupes, so this is actually really nice. Chuki. That was actually a good roll, even if it got nothing new. So I'm gonna quickly go over the main menu screen here, and if the sound isn't good, then let me know so I can change that. Okay. Starting from top left, you have your. This is all your Enza stuff, because this game is their carrier is the Enza, like how Side Games does Grand Blue, Cinderella Girls, and stuff like that. And once you start the game, they want you to go through all the Enza tutorials and stuff, and you get a lot of free gems. I've already done it like that too, so I can't do it again, so I'm not going to go through that. The mail is obviously like all mobile goods. Notifications, presents. It's pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure everybody's played mobile game by now, so they know how to do it. Just a shop, and they've been adding a lot of new shop items now that you could use actually in-game. To boost certain various aspects to make it easier for yourself. And this is the event shop, which is the current event with Chiyoko. So I'm gonna wait before I buy all of them. And then there's now a Hazuki shop too, which was for the Grade Fest. From menu, you have access to more stuff. You can look at all your items you own, albums, which is you can see the previous event scenes that you've unlocked, and information for just various info. Also have the banner notifications if you need to look at all the stuff that's been updated lately. This first circle button's gacha, which you know what that is. Idol, this will show all your idols. Missions, daily missions, weekly missions, that's all here. And idol, I'm just gonna go here really quick. So the first one shows your current unit formation, which I don't know what this is necessary for, since you get to see this before you go to produce mode anyway. The top right one shows all of your idols from all of your different modes. So these are the fest idols. These are idols that you actually played through with in the producing mode, and at the very end of the producing mode you get to keep a copy of that idol for the fest mode, and that's the idol you get to use in the PvPing. So basically the produce mode feeds into fest mode, and then you do fest mode to get better items and stuff for produce mode. So they feed into each other. They go back and forth. So both are, I wouldn't say you have to do one or the other. I mean, the whole point of the game is like to do produce mode. But if you really get sucked into this game, then you're probably going to end up doing both modes a lot. So fest mode idols, produce idols, these are all your P idols. The more stars are obviously more dupes, and the more dupes you gain of an idol, they unlock skills and level cap. In the beginning it's not that big of a deal. Depending on how hard fest mode the PvP gets, then that might become actually pretty important. For now though, I haven't really seemed to really be deterred by not having dupes. Support idols are probably the more important ones for just starting out, because their base stats are automatically higher if you level them up. Well, you can level them up outside of the producing mode, and that's really important. And then this just shows dupes. Bottom left is training. That's your typical feeding fodder to your unit to increase their level. And then you need to do one a day for a mission, so I'm just gonna throw a little one for now. And then bottom right is your combining dupes. And since I just got dupe Amana SSR, I'm gonna do this right away. And as you can see at the left, it now unlocks a new skill for me, which I don't know if I'll use or not, but so this is just to burn all my dupes. Oh yeah, and what just happened there was once you get a P idol to 4-star, which is 5 copies, you get to use their outfit in producing mode even if you're not using that particular card. So now for that Mamimi, I could use that. It's just a normal outfit, but I could use that on any Mamimi card if I want to. Same here for Kiriko. And with that,
特訓で
I'll do
アイドル
an actual produce mode.
ハトさん
Sorry if I'm going fast. So produce mode, this is the main core content of the game. And that's why I like the game so much. Because it's like, it's going back to the console games basically in this whole mode. A lot of it is story, and so I will say that in this game, it's pretty important to know at least a little bit of Japanese. If you can read katakana and hiragana, that's good enough. Kanji, it would help, but I think from somebody who like know Japanese and I play the console IMS games, I think you can still get away without knowing kanji. In this game, it's simple enough that you don't really need to know Japanese, but story is like half of what makes this game really good, and there's a lot of story and dialogue in this game, so that's definitely a good idea to at least pick up a little bit. Anyway, for produce mode, you start off with your left idols, that's your producing idol. Then you get 5 supports. The first 4 supports are going to be in your direct team. The 5th one is just an outlier, and I really don't know what the point of having that outlier is, other than that all units are made of 5 characters, so they probably want to, all units are at most 5 idols, and by units I mean the official idols, official idol units of Shinymas. So you have Illumination Stars, Lantica or Antica, and Alstroemeria, and Hokago Climax Girls. So if you form a team consisting of 5, well, 3 or 5 idols of that unit, it has to be the full unit. You do get certain bonuses. Although I actually don't know if they have to be in your immediate team or you could have one in the guest. So, yeah, I actually don't know that. Anyway, as for what idol, I actually don't care which one I should pick. If there's one that somebody wants me to produce, I'll pick them. So, give me 1 sec as you decide. Kaho. Yeah, I haven't done Kaho in a while. I could go ahead and do her. She's a really good card too, because I have the SSR one. So, when you first start playing, I don't think team comp matters much because you're gonna lose. Anyways, it doesn't matter how hard you try. Until you have a pretty decent support line. Because you can see right now, my supports are at least like level 40 and up. And that's from doing idol lessons. Until you have them at at least 40, you're probably gonna be even having difficulty making it to Wing, which is the last boss, let alone beating him, because that's already hard for me. So for this, I probably won't try hard so much, but I might as well just kind of form a decent team. So for Kaho, when I'm forming a team, the first thing I look at is what their life skills are. And for Kaho, hers is dance. Just dance? Is it just dance? Looks like it's just dance. So if it's dance, then I'm gonna pick other idols in mind for dance. And I'm not gonna worry too much about the subunits, because in producing mode, it's not that big of a deal. So other dance backliners that I have, probably gonna have to go with Hiyori. And then you get the general strat of Shinymas usually is to pick 2 idols. I mean 2 stats. So dance, and my second one I'll probably do visual or vocal. Depends what I want to play with right now. Let's make her dance. Okay, she's going in. I could just put Illumination Stars in. Mono. I'll mix it up. I'll do visual. Mamimi is vocal. But Rinze, because I love Rinze. So Someone else who's visual. Kaho. Oh wait, I'm producing. Yeah, so you can't use dupes. You can't use the same idol and produce and support, of course. Tanka. Yeah, I'll do Tanka. So right now I have one dance. I have 3 dance and 2 visual. My last one should be another visual then. I guess I don't have another visual. My other one is Kaho, but I'm producing her, so I can't do that. Oh well, I'll just go with another dance. Oh wait, Natsuha has a vocal skill, so I don't want that. What's Chiyoko? She is visual. Yeah, I'll just go. Oh wait, that works perfect. Okay, this will be on my lineup. So I have 3 dance and 3 visuals skills that they could use. I like to play a balanced style like that, so that's what I'll go with. And then these are kind of the new items that you can, little perks you can add if you want. You get up to 2 of them, but they're kind of precious, so unless you have a reason to use them, like, you don't really need to use them. Alright, Hajimaru. I'm gonna skip over, for the sake of spoilers and because it takes a very long time, I'll skip over the stories. But basically, it starts just like Console Mass, where you're... We have Kaiba as our Shacho too. But it starts just like the Console IMS, where you just got hired and you're gonna go produce your first idol. And there's Hazuki, who's your Kotori of this game. Oh, for the question, Fest mode, what's the difference between rehearsal and the new one? So the new one is Grade Fest. It was actually just implemented like 1 or 2 days ago, so it's actually very new. But Grade Fest is the actual PvP ranking, where rehearsal, even though until yesterday it was the only fest we had, it's pretty much just a practice fest where you could just spam it and you don't demerit off it. I don't know if you actually demerit off of losing in Grade Fest either. I haven't done it too much yet, but yeah. So basically, one's for points and ranking, the other is the real business. So yeah, I'm gonna have to experiment with Grade Fest more to see all the things that matter with it. But yeah, once you get in your produce mode, the game's split into 4 seasons, which in old console IMAX games, I can't remember exactly how many there were, but it was something very similar. All seasons have 8 weeks, so you get almost roughly a year. And if you ever play console IMS, then you kind of already know the goal of the game. You don't have to take over Japan or anything anymore. In this one, you just need to build enough fans so that you could go challenge the Elite Four, basically. And there's, well, the Elite Four is just 2 bosses, so you need to beat them in order to successfully beat the game. So for the layout, you get your cute idol in the middle. You can change your outfit up here. Oh no, this is to look at your current lineup. Oh, and you can't change your lineup once you've started either. So make sure you pick correctly before you start playing. You can change your outfit with this button, which if I wanted to, I could use her default one, which I've never done this before actually. So let's see what happens. And it changed her. Did it? I think it did. Wait, no it didn't. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, yeah. So this is her old one. I'm gonna stick with the SSR outfit though. Then top right buttons to go back home if you want to stop playing your produce mode. You can leave whenever you want and come back and still continue where you left off, so it doesn't matter if you want to go home or not. Bottom right, this shows the current trends of the week. I'll go into more to that later once I start actually doing fests. So right now dance is the most popular, vocal is the middle one, visual is the bottom one, and this is gonna affect your fests to what the judges like the most and how many points you get off of it. So ideally, you want to do your fest on a week that has high trending for the image stat of your better ones. So for me, I'm going to be in dance and visual, so this would actually be okay if I was going to do it. But, okay, and then the bottom, oh. We're still getting bugs fixed out. Shinymas Day 1 in the West. Ah, I have to do this again. Wait, whoa. Okay, never mind. It just started over. I'm gonna quick fast forward though. Okay, so the newspaper stuff at the bottom. This is your sphere grid. Right now, I don't have any SP because I haven't started yet. But you get to basically branch out into 6 paths, and that depends on which idols you're selecting and you're producing. And so one of them by default is your produce idol. The other 5 are your support idols. And I guess this is where the guest. Okay, yeah, this is where the guest idol gets kicked out because they're not in here. So you should keep that in mind too. Then your guest idol does not get to be in your sphere grid. Then the coffee mug. I'm not gonna click that because that's to take a week off. If you remember Console Mask, you could take weeks off in there. I actually don't remember why in that game. In this game, it's really important though. If you don't do it, you get screwed. Anyway, the core of the game is over here, produce button. These are to do your lessons, your auditions, or your work, and wow, everybody's here right now. So the top tier of things you could do, these are your 3 standard lessons: vocal, dance, visual. These are the middle one section is your work, oshigoto. And they boost, so the first oshigoto boosts your mental, which is basically your HP. The middle one, talk event. This one boosts your SP, which is your sphere grid points, your skill points. The last one, I think it's just to give you fans. Honestly, I don't know what this is for. The photography, satsue. And then the bottom is your auditions. So these are your fights, basically. But in the first season, the strat is generally to focus on mental and lessons. And then in this game, when you're doing work and lessons, it's usually a good idea to do one where there are idols also there, because they gain. You can see how they have little affection bars. Those will increase as you do work with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this because 4 people in 1 is really rare, and that's a really good setup I have right away. So that levels up their affection, and wow, I got really lucky. Okay, that was really nice. Leveling up there, that work makes it so that each time you do work again there, it's gonna be, it basically doubled what my level was right now. So I'll go back again and show you. So now we're back to being a producer. You actually have to do communications and stuff, and I'm gonna not use a cheat code. I'm not gonna use the guide, so I'll actually see how good I am at answering Kaho. I wasn't paying attention to it though. それは良かったな。
だから朝のテレビチェックは欠かせません。プロデューサーさんは
Kaho's super damn precious too. Ah, normal. Normal's the worst. The 3 levels are now normal, good, and perfect because you can't have bad communication for some reason. Anyway, oh well. Communication, if you do get it good, increases their attention, which is that smiley face at the top, and then their Omoide appeal, which is their burst in this game, and yeah, I'm off to a bad start now. Oh well. And so for this one, since my radio level is level 2 now, because I got lucky, the level ups are random. This will now give me double the amount of fans that I was getting before, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do it again. Because to complete the first season, I need 1,000 fans. And you can just get it off radio. And I just got level 3. Wow. I got really lucky. So this right here was a communication event from a support card. And that was Rinze's card. So good support cards are important too for their communications because communications also give stats after, so it's a good idea to have supports that have a lot of communication scenes.
はいさっき迷ってるなんだかちょっとだけヒーローになったみたい
I think I know this one. Or I don't.
誰にでも優しいのがヒーローですよねやっぱり困った人は放ってお
Good. That's good enough.
プロデューサー
So
さん
as you level up, you get the Omoide appeal here. And these can be really useful.
今度どうしても見に行きたいヒーローショーがあって
Okay, Kaho is gonna want to take a rest because she's saying that she wants to watch hero shows.
プロデューサーさん2
In
週
2
間
weeks,
後
though.
お休みに行ってきませんか
So you actually have to schedule again, and you have to keep that in mind, because if you break their hearts, then they're gonna be sad. So in 2 weeks, she wants to take a rest. For me, that works, because
ありがとうございます
that's about the time I want to take a rest anyways.
今日のレッスンは何ですか
And since there's nobody here at the radio lesson, I'm gonna quit doing this. I'm gonna go back into just real lessons instead. And my focus was visual and dance, so I'm looking at dance right now. Megaru's there by herself. I'm looking at visual. There's 2 of them at visual. It's better to do lessons or any job that has more than one, because that increases their affection, which increases the odds of their communications triggering. And maybe some of the stuff that I'm actually not too sure about.
やったー成功です
Dang, I'm getting really lucky with those level ups. Those usually don't happen with just one. And then that was Hiyori's support communication, the first one.
はい今学校で折り紙が流行ってるんですそれで何か
I got perfect. I haven't done Kaho's in a while.
今日のレッスンは何ですか
This is not good for me actually, because you can see that our HP is red. That means that this week she's tired, and there's a really good chance that I'm gonna fail one of my lessons if I do it. And then I don't want to rest because next week I promised that I'd let her rest next week, and resting 2 weeks in a row, that's kind of a waste of time. You can't heal past a certain amount, so I'm just gonna take the risk and do a lesson. I'll do a dance lesson. So 16% chance I'll fail. Yeah, and I failed.
ダメでした
Sometimes you gotta take the risk. And now I'll let her rest. You can refresh the morning commutes. Oh, I actually didn't even know that.
プロデューサーさんさっき
That would make sense though. It's a browser game, so.
はいプロデューサー
And my Hakaho was at blue tension. Wow.
ヒーローのお仕事ならわかりましたパワーを充電してねえねえ待っておやすみに
So what happened there is Choco has a support skill that basically boosts the amount of recovery they do during a rest. It's RNG for it to appear though. I wasn't even paying attention what I had here, but I think this is her first communication. So producing idols also have communications, and depending on which card you're using, they have extra stories too. So the answers for produce idol communications, they usually have set stats that they give you. So knowing what answer gives what stat will be beneficial to improving the skills the way you want to. So you could raise your idol in the direction you want to if you know all the answers, which
ヒーローのお仕事なら
by now I
私に
cheat
任せてください
because I've lost the game enough times that I don't want to lose anymore, so I just look up the answers. For this one though, I don't have them on me. I still need to make 1,000 fans, and I could just get that right here because my radio lesson's level 3.
やったーすごいです
Visual's good for me.
おめでとうござい
So I made 1,000 fans, and now I'm into idol rank E. which means I passed first season. I still have to play out the whole first season though, so I have 2 more weeks left, which I'm just gonna throw into lessons. It's kind of unfortunate that nobody's at the dance or visual lesson 1. So I could just go back into radio. I don't need to do it anymore because I have enough fans. But it's kind of a waste to also do a lesson without anybody there. Oh well, I'll just do a radio. So, it's the end of the first season. You gotta have a talk with your idol about passing. If you're gonna lose anywhere, you'll probably lose first right here. You wouldn't have gotten enough fans at the first season. When you play, and if you're just starting, and when you play, you'll probably need to do a fest the first week to get enough fans. The getting 1,000 fans off just radio strat might not be able to be possible till you have a few stronger support idols. But I'm back to being tired again, so I'm just gonna let Kawa rest. Another morning commute. The staff that Kaho is a high schooler. And she's basically asking, what do you think? I guess I got that right. Yeah, I did. For the second season, you need 10,000 fans. So, at my level, I could just do that with 1 fest. So I'm just gonna do lessons until I have enough stats that I feel like challenging it. I wasn't reading. Hamburg, curry, doria. Curry, kare. A rank? Impossible. I've never gotten A rank once. Getting there, hopefully. I'm gonna keep spamming my visual lessons because it's the only one I have at level 2. So that benefits me most right now. The cap for stats is at 500. Now it's level 3. And you can use skills in the sphere grid though to raise your uncap. Doesn't always happen that you have it. Dang, that was bad for me. But you do a run that's so good that you get over 500. But well, let's see if I can do it. I could probably just do the fest this week, because visual's my top stat, so I'm pretty confident. As for what stats I want to go into, Kaho's is really good, but I want visual right now, so I'm gonna go to Choco's. This first skill, Visual Appeal 4, is like the bread and butter, so it's like Pokemon, where you get to use 4 skills during your battle. Of your choice at least. You get more than this, but these are the only ones you can control. I'm gonna kick out mental heal because don't need heals for this. And then I might as well go for Kaho's too. This is a really strong one for dance. I'll probably go into the heal warrior last. Fest, I'm gonna do the hardest one that gives me 10,000 fans, and that'll clear season 2's requirement for me right away. So, for Fess. Before the Fest, you get to have a little pep talk with them, and I'm pretty sure this is the best one for her, which can raise their attention. Actually, that was the middle one. Okay. So one of them will raise, one will do nothing, and one will lower. So how Fests work? You're all the idols at the Fest. You're facing them, and you're appealing to the judges on the left, the idols on the right, and then the skills you get to choose from are on the bottom. So the bottom part is kind of like FGO, where it's randomly set what cards you get out of your inventory to use. You get to pick 3 of them, 1 of 3, and then you get to pick 1 judge to use the appeal you want to. So right now I have 2 dance and 1 visual. The easiest way to win is usually to appeal to the judge that's trending the most. Right now it's the visual, because he has that number 1 on him. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight into him, because that's visual's my best stat anyways. So yeah, the judges will shoot missiles at the idols in this game. I'm lucky I got another visual one. It's only level 1, but oh well. I'm gonna keep going into visual. Oh, and I didn't explain yet. You have to do those timing things too. The white one is perfect, and that'll give you the most points as well as increase the order of attack for you to be first. So you usually want as many white perfect appeals as you can. And then there's a lot going on, but as you can see, the person with the most points and 1 judge will get the top score for that judge. And so for me right now, my stars are at 40. I'm at the highest. You're basically fighting for those stars. But there are other ways to get them besides just having the top score. If you last hit the judge, you also get like 8 points for that. I got bad. I don't think I'm gonna get it. So you also have to use your League of Legends Dota training too for that last hit. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but nope. I still win though. I still got a solid 40 stars because I won the judge in visual, so he gave me the most points back. And I win. In the console ones, this is where you would get your encore, but there's no dancing PVs or anything like that in this. Ranked up to D. And now I just have 3 weeks to kill again in Season 2. I'm gonna try to get visual to like 450 at least. But there's also an 8% chance that I'm gonna have trouble. That's that shining 8% right there. So I might just take the safe route, rest this week, and try again, since there's nothing I have to do immediately. I'm the type who gets the really bad accidents on 1-2%. Wow, everybody's here. Okay. I don't need to do that though. I'll do dance. Rinze is already getting almost to 4 bars. So there's a good chance I'll get all of her communications. Season 3, it picks up in difficulty a little bit here. There's 2 in dance, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do dance. And yeah, Rinze is gonna be in love with me, so. Oh yeah, Rinze is gonna love me. I was not planning on this. Rest. In Season 3, if things are going really well, you can challenge the last one. You need to make 50,000. And if you beat the last one, then you could just do it in one shot. I'll wait though. I'll see how things go before I try it. I could just get to Rinzai to level 4 immediately. I'm gonna do that. I got a perfect lesson too. When you get perfect lessons, you get double the reward back, so it's pretty lucky. I think the higher the support idol they have their Kizuna, their bond with you, the higher chance of perfect lessons you get too. Visual number 1, dance number 2. This is probably the most ideal week I can hope for, so I'm just gonna do the fest right here. My mental's kind of low, and I hope I don't die. But oh well, I'll try it. I'm gonna take Visual 3, even though it's not as strong as Visual 4. It's better than this Visual 1, so I'm gonna replace Visual 1 with Visual 3. And I'm gonna take... oh crap, I can't do it. I'm 1 point away. Oh well. Good luck, Kaho. Oh crap, I picked the wrong one too. Dang, I do not know Kaho. Well, I'm gonna try to win this before I die. So, all into visual. I have lower HP than they do. I have to hope those judge missiles don't hit me. Yeah, I think I can win this. And now I'm out. That's bad, but oh well. So this ability has a mental damage cut too, so Kaho has really good skill. This will stop the judges from hurting so bad. I'm getting a lot of dance. That's not lucky. Last hit. Yep. And for the second one, I'm probably gonna win already, but I want to kill the first judge before he can start hurting me even more. So I'm actually gonna do this vocal one. Oh, it didn't matter. They killed it anyways. And then this shiny thing over here, this is your Moide burst. If you have high tension, it charges up way the heck faster. And then depending on your Amoide level, which you get from the warning communications and promises, it'll strengthen the appeal amount. So I'll just go here. And you get the cut-in animation. Kawaii! Kawaii! And I win. I don't think I could beat Wing this run, because my tension is already really low. Oh, at least. Okay, no. It's normal. I'd rather be high right now. But let's see if I can still save this. So now I have time to kill again. God, Rinzai is everywhere. She's stalking the P. I'm just gonna do last time. Wow. Visuals are going strong on this one. These stories are really good too. That's why this game takes so long to do a play. Dang, I keep getting vocal. A playthrough can last like 1 to 2 hours because of the stories, basically. But they're really good. I don't recommend skipping them unless you know no Japanese. So, no reason to, but... At this point, I kind of want to uncap my limit on visual, because I might hit over 500. I could do that either Meguru's way or Hiyori's way. I haven't really decided. It'll be cheaper Hiyori's way. I'll do Hiyori's way, I think. Doshio. Yeah, I'll do Meguru. I want this. %. Wow, they're all the bottom ones. The little excellent thing, if I did this lesson with Rinsei, it would be an excellent lesson, which I think has 0% chance of failing, and you get all the boosts, like the double boosts. I'm not gonna do it though, because the photography job really doesn't do a whole lot. Just gonna do a lesson even though nobody's here. Please don't fail. Okay. I think that was my first Tenka communication. She does not like me this one. Yeah, this game can be very RNG at times, at a lot of times, especially when you're first starting. Once you have a stable team, you can mitigate the RNG by a lot, but yeah, sometimes you just get randomly screwed. Gonna rest. Oh, I got lucky here. These communications are adorable. Season 4 is a bit tougher, so I can't just do the one-shot fest to complete the season. This time I'm probably gonna actually have to do 2. So... wow, they keep staying at the bottom ones. I'd rather them be on the lessons, so I can get a bonus. Like this. Rinsei is pretty much Kao's best friend in this run. Please let this be dance. Yes! I get an animation here. The SSRs are so worth it. About now is when I should start doing fests. This is pretty good actually. 402 stats. You can definitely be wing with that. It'd be easier if I had my Omoide burst at level 3 though. And then when you get more communications, sometimes they do unlock certain sphere notes. But I'm not going into Rinsei anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's on dance this week. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the audition. I'm gonna take the level 2 one though, because I don't think I could beat the level 3. So I guess this is the best one. Yes. I could probably take dance or visual. I'm pretty sure this one they're just gonna bombard dance, but let me try it. It's already almost, yeah. This song is so good too, by the way. Hokkaido Climax Girls is The Beast. I'm surprised I have enough of them. Yeah, the song that plays depends on which amount of members you have the most of in your lineup. So right now, I guess just having 2, give it to me. Oh, I had Choco as my guest, that's why. So I need to do that one more time to pass this. This week is dance. I could probably just do it again. See if there's a lesson I want to do. Nope. Okay. Yeah. That's what I do sometimes. If there's no lesson that I want to do or no job, then I'll just do the fest instead. Okay, now she's red tension. That's good. Now, I think I'll probably get my burst on the 3rd turn. Oh, that judge got killed in one turn. For the appeal timings, I play on PC on the mouse usually, so I tried. I mean, some people might be better on mobile, but I tried it once on mobile. My timing is so off that I was getting bads like crazy. So I'm pretty sure I much prefer playing on a mouse. And we made it into Wing. Season 4. I'm making it look a lot easier than it's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot of not even making it to Season 4. This game made me really sad when I was first starting because you see your idols lose so much and I hate seeing them sad, so... At least they don't cry like they do in the console mess. I think some of them might, but it's not as sad as those games were when you lost. So now I only have 2 days in the whole game left to mess around. My visual's already at 500 and that makes me sad because I wish I uncapped it before I got that. I can do that now though. Stats wise, I did really damn good this time. I usually actually don't get this high. I could put my visual right at the top, 550, or I could get dance higher. And it's always Rinze for some reason. I'll do dance, just in case I run into those for a wing. Oishia. Dance, vocal, no. These anime scenes. This was a really good communication though. If you ever get that SSR, I really recommend looking through it. It's the very last day and she's tired, so I'm not gonna rest because there's no point. It doesn't matter if your idol's tired for a wing, it's no difference. So I'm gonna take the risk. 27% chance for nothing to happen. I'll take the risk. I got it. And I even get one more communication with Tenka before this is done. Wow, other than my Amoide level, this is actually a really good run. So I made it into Wing, which is the last boss. And you get a really nice emotional story with your idol right here. Recommend watching these two. So now it's the first day, the preliminaries of Wing, because you can't just fight the last boss right away. This is where you get one more chance to set up your sphere grid. I pretty much have everything I need though, so the rest of the stats or skills are activation skills that trigger randomly, and I don't know if they actually trigger and produce. They do infest a lot, so I don't know if these are actually important. But is there anything I want to do right now? I think I want that dance up too, so go ahead and start Wing. Oh, I didn't see what the trend was, but oh well, I'll get to see it right here. So hopefully the trending stat is okay. Visual, that's perfect. That's exact one I want, I think. If I'm lucky, the other guy's gonna be a harder hitter than I am. 9, that's not good. He might hit 11. Yep, he did. Yep, he did too. Okay. This is gonna come down to luck. Don't know if I can win or not. I need some, yes, okay, I got it. So I do win the first one. I pretty much am guaranteed to win, as long as I don't screw this up somehow. I'm gonna go straight to dance because that's my best, my second best. And then for the burst, I'm gonna save it until so one, you can see what they're gonna appeal with ahead of time. 2 of them are gonna do normal, 3 are gonna do good, but that person who did good is gonna do his appeal burst, his Moide burst. And I might not have room to really use them anymore, so I think I'm just gonna Moide burst right here. Or should I just do this? A level 1 Moide burst is not very strong, so if I get perfect, no. Okay, I should be okay though. I should be okay. Last hit. No, someone else got it. Oh well. I don't think I could one-shot that, so